In the world of professional communication, in our day to day work life, we often struggle with words, wondering if we just knew some key words or some important phrases which could add the spin to the communication that we always look forward to. So, business English or professional English is all about sounding more elegant in your communication while using those words which are apt for that particular situation. Let's take some examples and quickly delve into this world where we help you understand professional communication skills. If I want to say, make sure mark all the necessary people on this email, and then my subordinate is wondering, what exactly do I mean by necessary people? Well, the word necessary people essentially mean all the people who need to be kept informed about the developments. So they need to be there on this email. Can you think of one word which actually can be used in this situation for the so called necessary people? The word is stakeholders. Yes, please keep all the stakeholders in this email in the loop, or please keep all the stakeholders or key stakeholders in the loop on this discussion. So that's exactly how you can make sure that all the necessary people are informed or updated. As a manager, if one of your subordinates walks up to you and says, I'm not happy with my current seating arrangement, boss, can you please switch me to another seat? And on an immediate basis, you have nothing to offer, but yet you have to make sure that you handle the situation and make sure that your employee is assured it will be taken care of. So, in that scenario, you end up saying, this is a temporary arrangement and let's quickly look out for some alternatives so that you're comfortable. So, well, the word temporary arrangement sounds very mundane or sounds very routine. Let's look at a more professional way of expressing the same thought, temporary. You could say, this seating arrangement is a stopgap arrangement. We will definitely offer you something more comfortable quickly. Or you could say, this is just a makeshift arrangement. Don't worry, we'll have a better option for you soon. So basically, temporary could be replaced with words like makeshift, stopgap, probably interim as well, to indicate a more professional way of expressing the same thought. Suppose you went for a branch visit to a nearby office branch, and there one of your colleagues invited you out for coffee as a social gesture. You really want to go, but you have to quickly head to the next meeting. How do you politely decline but yet indicate that you're interested? Because networking is very, very important in the professional space. You can't really only talk work all the time. You need to have certain social skills or networking skills to ensure that you bond even outside of work to establish greater connect. So, how do you politely say that it's okay, this time I can't make it, but yet definitely positively we'll plan this ahead? Well, the better or professional way of saying the same thing is, I will take a rain check on this one this time, but positively we will do it next time. So basically, I will need to take a rain check means something that you really want to go for, just not this time. And you will positively do it the next time around. So that's a professional way of declining an offer only for that moment, just to take it up at a later date, most definitely. It's a meeting, and you probably agree with your colleague and want to convey the same message to her. I agree with you, Sita, is a very basic way of saying that you are in sync with her. You can probably use this phrase, I'm in sync with you, Sita, or I resonate your thoughts, Sita, or you could say, clearly I echo your thoughts as well, Sita, or even better, you could say, ditto my thoughts, Sita. I'm glad you brought this up. Or you could even say that I'm completely aligned to what you just said, Sita. There you go. Instead of saying agree, by using words like resonate, echo, ditto, aligned, sync, you are actually conveying agreement in a very professional manner. So use these phrases whenever you agree with someone. You all are raring to go, and your colleague just says, let's save some time and quickly bifurcate this work amongst ourselves. Now, let's save some time. We could say this more professionally, more businesslike. You could say the phrase, in the interest of time. In the interest of time, let's quickly bifurcate this activity among all of us for greater and faster output. So the phrase is, in the interest of time, which indicates saving time. If somebody asks you on a con call or a meeting, do you remember what we discussed last time? Or do you remember that particular point I had mentioned last time? Well, clearly, if you don't remember it accurately, you could use a very elegant phrase to cover up. You could say, if my memory serves me right, or if I recall correctly, and then continue the rest of your sentence. This particular phrase just saved the day for you, because this means you're not able to 100% recall what was discussed, yet you're trying your best to articulate in that moment whatever your memory tells you. So, if my memory serves me right, or if I recall correctly, is a brilliant way to say that this is what I remember of the previous discussion. In every office, there is that one person who always looks to shift the blame. Well, what's the better way to say shifting the blame? If you want to tell your colleague Sita, don't put the blame on me, I'm not responsible for this, you can easily say, don't pass the buck, Sita. You're habituated to doing this. So please don't pass the buck, or please don't shift the blame or the responsibility onto someone. A professional space particularly demands that you should speak with certain choice of words which conveys the professionalism of that place. So make sure you learn all these professional ways of communication and communicate more effectively at your office.